Okay, quick video. They're all quick videos. About a practical advice. I was thinking about, what I could record. Because, like I said, most of this is just me venting, just blah 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 blah. But I wanted to share some practical advice that maybe other people don't touch on. And one important aspect is your hands, hand hygiene, hand care. I don't know if any of you noticed in my previous videos, a lot of them, you'll see a Band-Aid on my hand, right here. And it's from a wound that just would not heal. And it's not because it was a, medically non-healing, pressure ulcer or non-healing wound, or maybe it's because of my age. I'm not Wolverine anymore. 50-year-old man is not going to heal as quickly as a 20-year-old person. But I had the same wound on this hand, actually. It was brought on by my ex, and I think it was a ring that she had bought me. I got some kind of allergic reaction to it, and I liked the ring, by the way. It was like very Green Lantern ring, but it was like a supposed to be a wedding type of ring, or just kind of a decorative ring, but nice quality. But I had an allergic reaction to it, and this hand started peeling or something like that, and took months for it to heal. This wound on this hand took almost a year to heal. Part of that was hand hygiene and alcohol, and the winter, my skin cracking, and just never having the time to heal. For the first few months, it was just me not treating it seriously enough, in my opinion. It's scaly skin, and it broke and what have you. And I started treating it with like A&D. I didn't really go to a doctor. I probably should have, but they probably would have given me something more serious or whatever. I wanted to take biopsies and whatever. I was like, no, it's finally healed. Knock on wood. It healed a number of times, actually. Closed the wound, but the skin really didn't develop underneath, the dermis underneath and epidermis. And still kind of like, freshly healed. And it got me thinking when it finally got healed, it's like, how important is our hands and having them be at 100%? What are you putting a glove on it? You're sweating in your gloves. I mean, that's going to irritate it and all that. And it turned out I was not alone. A number of nurses, my fellow coworkers, had issues, and they would sometimes be embarrassed and they covered it up. I'd say, no, look, same thing, just different digit. And they're like, oh yeah, I do. What can I do with it about this? I've had this forever, and it just won't heal. Whenever it does, I'm back at work, and boom, boom. And that's another reason in my other video I was saying, try to group your work shifts together so you have a longer off period so you can heal. If you're constantly at work, you're constantly getting smashed, you get bashed. And if you've got to heal, whether it's a hangnail or something like that, it's something that will affect how you're doing. Because a lot of times my coworkers, they're like, I can't, because I can't grip it, my hand, I'm bleeding or whatever. Seriously. So it's something to keep in mind for you starting out. Don't be taking on projects. If you're a handy person, handy man, handy woman, whatever, be careful now of garden work, housework. And a lot of new nurses, myself included, tended to rush and injured our hands or injured whatever. But, I'm reminded of, who was it? I think it was Bobby Ojeda, a Met pitcher, star pitcher. I'm that old. And I'm not even a Met fan. My brother was a big Met fan, but I didn't mind watching them. I like baseball. And cut off the tip of his finger doing gardening. Guys, probably, at that time, they were being paid close to $1 million, I guess. He did not need to be doing gardening. I don't care what his wife said or his significant other said. The man's livelihood was his hands. He chopped the tip of his index finger off. They reattached it, but I don't think he ever became. And this is my feeling as a couch potato fan, and that was unfortunate. part of our thing is our legs and our hands. We're doing a lot of manual labor. We have to protect this. So it's just a bit of advice. Use the hand lotions. Whether you're a guy or girl, you know, girls are probably more apt to use hand lotions. As a guy, you know, I didn't use it too much. I have it in my car now. I have it in like two or three rooms at home, you know, and I lotion up whenever I even sense my hands being dry. You have to take care of your hands because that's what you're doing. You're feeling, you're picking up pills, you're dispensing, you're giving shots, you're doing whatever, nursing stuff, you know. You got to protect that. And I'll go into other things like your eyes and sense of smell, etc., and just body care. But this video is about hands, and it's very apropos for me because I'm sure a lot of you noticed, or some of you, maybe none of you noticed, I had a Band-Aid on my hand for a lot of my videos, and it finally healed now. It's all pinky. You know, so, you know, back then it would, if I peeled off the Band-Aid, you'll see it wasn't a crazy wound, it wasn't infected, it wasn't ever anything like that. It's just every time it healed, the skin would crack because it's winter, dried, the alcohol rub and whatever, your hand sanitize, you got hand sanitize in and out of the rooms. You're washing your hands constantly. You know, you don't want to eat with hands that have been not where you should be. My hands have been in body cavities that should not have existed. I mean, in a normal human body, there's no cavity there, but my hands are up to my wrist. I'm like, yeah, I'm, you know, holding it while the surgeon's doing his stuff. It was a guy surgeon, and he's like, yeah, and you know, I don't know what he's doing. I'm just like, wow, does he even know what he's doing? Seems to be doing a lot of damage, but he's inducing the tissue to heal and I don't know, grow. I don't know. I just finished a shift, so my brain's a little wacky. But my advice to you: take care of your hands, protect them. Don't be doing dumb tasks. And sometimes my ex was asking me to do stuff, and that was the reason. I didn't want to do stuff. I mean, not that I'm a prissy boy. I don't mind doing that. You know, I'm cleaning up crap, literally. I mean, I'm not, no shame in the game, but I didn't want to waste that time at home doing stuff that I was like, you know, I'm an idiot. I might injure myself. You know, I'm not a adept. You know, I'm a doofus. I can really hurt myself and a Bobby O'Heat on my finger. You know, or something. All right, so that's my bit of advice. Sorry to Bobby O'Heat. You know, he seemed like a nice guy. I'm sure he's still around. Bye.